Okay.
Even when the husbands were making demands that people would see even themselves as crazy. This is true in the case of Hannah Mackenzie. And it illuminates how mad doctors could become tools of husbands keen to control their difficult wives. Peter Mackenzie sought to confine his wife after he attempted to make Hannah's niece, with whom he was having an adulterous affair, mistress of the household. Hannah fled when Dr. Batty, a prominent mad doctor, was brought into the house, but was tricked in returning and locked in her bedchamber, supervised by a female keeper and restrained to a straitjacket. Thereafter, she was conveyed to Peter Day's Paddington madhouse. By attracting the attention of a boy working in the garden of the house next door, Hannah escaped after throwing down money and then her shoe, which she hoped Cinderella-like would identify her. Her friends were informed of her whereabouts, and she was rescued from the asylum with the help of John Stirrat, a lawyer and well-known campaigner against private madhouses. By the 19th century, increasingly large numbers of women were being confined to public and private asylums, thus reversing the previous situation as female admission in some institutions overtook those of men. Not only subject to cultural and social pressures, women were deemed likely to fall prey to disorders of the mind related to their biological vulnerability and the female life cycle. Many admissions to the Taoiseach were sent there after being diagnosed with gynecological disorders, or gynecological disorders, as well as conditions tied to their stubborn refusal to conform. Hysteria, the daughter's disease, was well depicted as a condition particularly affected young to well-do women who would throw their households and family life into confusion with their irrational behavior and attention-seeking displays. The rise of disorders associated with childbirth provided a rich example of the ways in which it's perceived as an occasional mental disturbance and displays of violence triggered by the trials of birth shifted gears. The condition perpetual insanity was labeled and defined in 1820, and therefore male obstetric practitioners and psychiatrists took great interest in mental disorders linked to pregnancy and childbirth. By mid-century, these conditions account for 10% of female admissions in many asylums, such as the case in Taoiseach Asylum. Eliza Gibbs was admitted in 1860 at the age of 40 after a different confinement with her first child, suffering from terrible delusions. She remained distressed about her separation from her son, talking about her desire to return home, and on New Year's Eve 1867 refused to go to bed under the impression that her carriage was coming to take her home to her child. She never saw him again after being brought to Taoiseach and died 2 years later in the asylum. Her story starkly reveals us the heartbreak many women separated from home and family.
Fuck my ass. Ooh, fuck me. Lick my butt. Lick my butthole. Fuck. Anyway, how's it going?
Jesus Christ. So a lot of, let's see. We have different ones. So here's another reason for admission.
Okay.
Intemperance and business trouble.
Intemperance.
I guess being frustrated. I don't know, not allowing to, own a business, and, being a woman stuck dependent on men. And these are reasons for admission from 1864 to 1889. But they have been used prior to these reasons.
Interesting. Okay,
kicked in the head by a horse.
Oh no.
Hereditary predeposition. Don't know what this means. It's not written down what it means, but, ill treatment by husband. So, if domestic violence was happening, it was definitely her fault. Apparently.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute. She's the one who gets sent to the thing?
Yeah,
that seems sussy.
It is sussy. Imaginary female trouble. Hysteria. Immoral life. Moral life. Imprisonment. Jealousy and religion. Laziness. Marriage of a son. Mass.
Wait, religion?
Yeah, religion and jealousy. So,
Yeah. Oh darn, you're a jealous.
Alright, and then we've already gone over laziness, marriage of a son. So the next one is masturbation and syphilis. Which, syphilis,
That's that chick from Animal Crossing, right?
yes. It's so interesting because, you know, they have had to have syphilis from their husbands. Because, you know, for some reason, monogamy in a great relationship was far in between for men of that century. Don't know why.
Amen, brother.
Masturbation for 30 years, medicine to prevent contraception, or medicine to prevent conception, so like birth control. Menstrual deranged. So I guess symptoms that related to periods, like where, you know, they were moody and hungry and tired, I guess.
Okay.
Novel reading. Opium habit. Overaction of the mind. Overstudy of religion.
Overstudy of religion! See? What the fuck? This is what I'm talking about. Times of, like, more religious fervor and piety, for some reason, led people to, like, hate, like, religion and piety. But, like, in a way that, like, it oppressed, like, the superstitious and the spiritual, and people who found kind of empowerment from it. That's fucking weird.
Overtaxing mental powers. Basically, what I take that is they didn't like it when women started having thoughts of their own, and they're like, you're overtaxing your mental powers. Like, stick to the women things.
Sure.
Parents were cousins. Now, I don't think that's their fault. That's not their fault. I don't know. Okay. Periodical fits. Tobacco and masturbation. Political excitement. Politics. Religious enthusiasm. Fever and loss of lawsuits. Fit and desertion of husband. Asthma. Well, guess what? I have asthma. I guess I'm going to a female mental asylum. I have asthma.
Asthma got women asylum.
Bad
Asthma
company.
got women like grippy socks.
Bad habits and political excitement. Bad company. Bad whiskey. Bloody flux. Brain fever. Business nerves. Carbonic acid gas. Congestion of brain. Death of sons in war. Decoyed into the army. Deranged masturbation.
What? Like, was she into the mean dragon dildo? Or the mad dragon dildo, whatever those are called?
I don't even know. Desertion by husband. So if your husband leaves you, I get you. Goddamn. Domestic affliction. Dissolute habits.
God, it feels like
domestic trouble.
Victims of circumstance are above all else victims of policy. Goodness.
Dropsy. Egotism.
What?
Epileptic.
Dropsy?
I guess being tired.
Okay.
Like, you know, if you were narcoleptic or something, which they didn't probably know about. So.
Right.
Epileptic fits. Excessive sexual abuse. I don't even know what that is. Excitement as officer. Exposure and hereditary. Exposure and quackery.
Quackery?
Exposure in army. Fever and jealousy. Frightening fire. Suppressed masturbation. Suppression of menses. The war. Time of
just
life.
the war.
Time of life. I don't even know what that means. Uterine derangement.
Uterine derangement.
Oh, wait, uterine detanglement, my bad. Uterine detanglement.
Okay. That sounds worse.
Venereal excess.
Venereal excess?
Vicious vices. Women trouble. Superstition. Shooting of daughter. Smallpox.
Shooting of daughter. I mean, yeah, that's a decent one. Like,
Snuff eating for 2 years. I don't know what that is.
what?
I don't know what that is.
Snuff eating? What?
Spinal irritation. Gathering in the head.
Gathering in the
I don't know what the fuck this is.
Wait, spinal irritation that gathers in the head, or do you mean just gathering in the head by itself?
Gathering in the head by itself.
What the fuck does that
I don't
even...
know. I don't know what this means. Greediness. Grief.